Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and hello to all of you. This is the lecture for chapter 2, licensing and practice standard for a financial planner. As in this chapter, the topic is on licensing and practice standard of the financial planner. It is important to note that financial planning is a regulated activity, which means you cannot work as a financial planner without specific license. In this instance, in the context of Malaysia, there are two authority or bodies that are responsible in regulating the financial planning activity or business in Malaysia. That the first one is Securities Commission, and the second one is Bank Negara. And under these bodies, authority bodies, they have specific acts that they enforce, right? For example, such as Securities Commission, they have a Securities Industry Act 1983, and for Bank Negara, Bank Negara has a Financial Services Act 2013. Okay, under they regulate this act under their authority. Okay, so if we look at the first one, that is the Financial Services Act 2013, as I said before, these financial planning activities subject to regulation by both SC and Bank Negara. Alright, so for Bank Negara, through the Financial Service Act 2013, they have one specific category. That's what they call as financial advisory business, or in easier term, if you want to get a license under Bank Negara, okay, this the title that's given to this individual, we call it as financial advisor. Okay, financial advisor. So financial advisory business, based on the definition under Bank Negara, is actually who is doing the following service related to the insurance product. So that's why you can see here, based on this act, the financial advisory business means individuals who are analyzing the financial planning needs of a person relating to insurance product, recommending the appropriate insurance product, sourcing insurance products from licensed insurer, arranging contract in respect to insurance, other financial services as prescribed by the bank. So mainly the function of financial advisor, the scope of the financial advisor covers the area of insurance product in Malaysia. Okay, nevertheless, if we look at the definition by Securities Commission, as I said before, Securities Commission, they have what they call as Securities Industry Act, and the act introduced the new category called as investment advisor, or through this term as well, which includes the financial planner. Okay, so investment advisor or financial planner is actually under this category. Okay, so the act, according to Securities Commission, forbid anyone to call themselves financial planners without having a requisite license. Means that if you want to be recognized as a financial planner, if you want to call yourself as financial planner, then you need to get a license from Securities Commission. If we look at the function of financial planner, according to the Act, is actually someone who carries on a business of analyzing the financial circumstances of another person and provides a plan to meet the other person's financial needs and objectives, including any investment plan in securities, whether or not a fee is charged in relation thereto. So based on what actually mean by securities, according to Securities Commission, in the Securities Commission Act 1993, the securities means debentures, stocks or bond, shares, okay, unit trusts. All right, so it seems that by having these two regulatory bodies, all right, it seems that as a financial planner, if they want to work in investment field or investment related products such as stock or bonds or shares or unit trust, need to get a license from Securities Commission, where it will later on will be called as a financial planner or investment advisor. But if, for example, someone who intends to work in recommending insurance product, then it will be under regulation of Bank Negara, and later on, once they get the license, they will be called as a financial advisor. So it seems that for those who want to involve in financial planning tasks, which actually includes both investment and insurance, obviously it seems that the license come from these two different regulatory bodies. All right, so under Securities Commission, there are actually many acts that they regulate, which includes Securities Industry Act 1983 and also Future Industry Act 1993. So beside of all of this act, they also have another acts. Nowadays, because it seems that the situation here as if that you need to have different license from different regulatory bodies for you to function as a financial planner to give an advice on insurance and investment. Therefore, in 2007, the Securities Commission actually tried to reduce the duplication by introducing what they call as Capital Market and Services Act 2007. So this act actually repeals the Securities Industry Act 1983 and the Futures Industry Act 1993. So under this CMSA 2007, capital market intermediary only just need one license to carry on the business of regulated activities. Okay, so under Securities Commission, they have a list of regulated activities, and before this, they need to have like separate license to operate in these regulated activities. But now, because they already repealed the Securities Industry Act and Futures Industry Act with Capital Market and Service Act 2007, therefore they just need one license to operate in the business regulated activities. So what are the main policy thrusts of CSMA? It means it's a single license for all of the regulated activities under Securities Commission that has been defined under Securities Commission. And what is CMSL and CMSRL? This is actually license that released by CMSA. So CMSA provides two types of license. Number one is CMSL, Capital Market Service License, which is given to institution or company to carry on the business. The second one is Capital Market Service Representative License, that is CMSRL, which will be given to an individual to carry on any one or more of the regulated activities on behalf of the principal. Alright, so only the holder of the CMSL or CMSRL are entitled to carry on any business on the regulated activities. So what are actually regulated activities under Securities Commission, or that has been stated under CMSA, Capital Market Service Act 2007? So there are 6 types of regulated activities, which includes dealing in securities, trading in future contracts, fund management, advising on corporate finance, investment advice, and financial planning. So here is actually a part of your task here. So surely you need this license for you to operate as a financial planner. Alright, if we look at the licensing criteria for individual applying for CMSL, okay, So generally, CMSL is issued only to a company. However, in the case of financial planning, a CSML may be issued to an individual who is fit and proper, as set out in the section 64 of the CMSA and complies with the following criteria set out below. So that is a criteria that an individual should follow if they want to apply for this CMSL. Must be at least 21. You must have your business registered within the Companies Commission of Malaysia. You must at all time have a net total personal asset worth 50,000 or equivalent in the foreign currency. You must be a resident. Okay. You must complete and submit a readiness checklist to the Securities Commission, which may include the operation manuals, information technology, etc., etc. Okay, and in terms of qualification, these are minimum qualification and experience requirement. See, possesses FP or FPAM or CHFC, you know, and one is here is about RFP. What you are going to engage, what you are currently engaged now, as well as the applicant must have a minimum 8 years. Alright, relevant experience in this field. Okay, and here are basically among of the procedure how to renew the license. Alright, now I move to the second part, that is Bank Negara. Bank Negara is responsible for licensing and regulation of financial advisors in respect to insurance products. Okay, you remember Bank Negara, it covers insurance products, but Securities Commission, they cover the regulated activities. It's much more wider. Okay, so Bank Negara focus and the scope is just on the insurance products. And if we look at this definition of financial advisor, okay, so if you look at this, Bank Negara, they use different name, you know, financial advisor license. Unlike this one, they have a capital market service license, capital market service representative license. Okay, so they use different name. As for Bank Negara, the name is financial advisor. Alright, so who is financial advisor? It means a person who carries on financial advisory business. So this definition based on the Act, Financial Services Act 2013, okay, that has been regulated by Bank Negara. Okay, you already noticed that in the beginning I told you that Securities Commission, they have different acts compared to Bank Negara once they want to regulate the industry. So the financial advisor means a person who carries on financial advisory business. Alright, so advisory business means any of the following service: analyzing the financial planning needs of a person relating to insurance product, recommending the appropriate insurance product, sourcing insurance product from licensed insured, arranging the contracts in respect to insurance product, other financial service as prescribed by the bank. So it seems that financial advisory scope is just restricted towards insurance product. That is the scope covered by the financial advisor under Bank Negara. Okay, so here are basically information on how you can get a license to promote the insurance product. Okay, if you want to sell insurance product and if you want to be financial advisor legally under Bank Negara, so this is a part of the requirement that the representative, okay, financial advisor representative have to fulfill. Okay, shall be 21 years old, must be resident, and here is basically the qualification that you must have. Commitment, continuous professional development, fit and proper criteria, another criteria that you have to follow. Okay, next is about regulation of financial planners. We understand that Malaysian Financial Planning Council is promoting financial planning education, okay, in the country. So once you get the RFP, you have to be registered under FPC, which means you have to follow the code of conducts and ethics that has been set by MFPC. Okay. Another things I would like to highlight is about the practice standard for a financial planner. This is also important, where this practice standard is actually linked to 6 steps of financial planning. The RFP provides the big picture on how the financial practitioner should initiate and build his professional relationship with the client. Alright, so this RPS shall be interwoven into every aspect of the financial practitioner's engagement with the client, and the client practitioner relationship should be continuously re-established, redefined, and enhanced. It should be improved from time to time. Now we look at the self-assessment test, some of the question given in the textbook. What is the legal status and usefulness for enforcement of the RFP practice standard? Okay, so at this point of time, you still didn't see what is the RFP practice standard, but in the next chapter, we're going to look at the RFP practice standard code 0.001, 002, 003. We're going to look at that later. So the first question is about the legal status, whether the RFP practice standard is a legal status. Second, why are RFP practice standard necessary for financial planning? What are the responsibilities of the financial planner? And how can practitioner comply with the RFP practice standard on the types of service offered? Okay, so as for the question 1, in regards to RFP practice standard, this RFP practice standard are not legally binding. Okay, are not legally binding, or no, they are designated to be a basis for a legal liability. Okay, so it is some kind of a code that you have to follow, but it is not an act. Yeah, it's not an act. Ia bukan akta. It is not like the Financial Service Act, or as you have seen the act that has been regulated by Securities Commission. No, it's not like that. It is some kind of a code that you have to follow, but it's not it don't have a legal power. Okay, it don't have a legal power. Okay, I repeat again, this RFP practice standard don't have a legal liability, and it works as a guideline, as a code for you to follow once you are working on your task. The second is on the RFP practice standard are necessary as it helps in preventing any potentially contentious situation for both client and financial practitioner. The third one is about financial practitioner responsibilities. What are your responsibilities? Putting the client's interest first, keeping private information confidential. Oh, this is important, yeah, because you hold financial information about your client, so you should not circulate that information. Exercise due diligence when making recommendation. You have to give a sensible recommendation. Alright, and after that, ensuring best advice are given, keeping updated with the latest industry development. Okay, especially those areas are needed to serve the client needs, constant upgrading on skill and knowledge, provide accurate and complete information in your area, committing himself when the financial planning is implemented. So you have to really walk the plan that you have built for your client. Be cooperative and participate actively in the plan review process. The last one is about how can a practitioner comply with the RFP practice standard on the type of services offered. Okay, how can a practitioner comply with RFP practice standard? So this is actually to describe RFP designee legal capacity, okay, in the letter of engagement signed by the client and the designee. Okay, RFP designee means that like you are a financial planner, for example. You are the one who I'm not sure how I should explain this in Malay, because designee is a law terms, okay, which means someone who is the respected people who are related to RFP, something like that. Okay, Alright, that's all for chapter 2. Assalamualaikum and bye-bye.